Welcome to Carl's Aquarium. Evil puppy Bailey et al. A muscle on your arm, you'll get stronger muscles. That hurt like some bitch. Yeah, I wasn't quite as brilliant then as I am now. But anyhow, I says, well, yeah, we can keep it for a couple of weeks and then we'll eat it. Okay. So my son, he's a toddler, he's like 4, 3. What are you going to call your bunny, son? Spot. Okay. Now, if anybody can guess what color this bunny was, it was one color. It was not spotted. It was one color. Write it down in the comments. Anyhow, I says, well, we'll keep it for a couple weeks and we'll eat it. I heard my wife talking to her mother about how Carl was going to keep the kid's bunny for a couple of weeks and then eat it. And I'm like, excuse me? I tell you the story of Hoppy when I was 12. My dad sold my pet bunny for fur. And I was traumatized even to this day. You think I'm going to do that to my toddler? Spot lived out a long, healthy life, and then we gave her away because he wanted rats. Yeah, well, the girl's parents would rather have a bunny than rats, so we got rats. So anyhow, basically what you do is, there's a couple of ways. You can just take the acorn, put her on the side, put the knife on it, give it a whack, take the knife, cut it open, and peel the meat out. It comes in 2 halves. It's quite pretty, actually. Or, you can dry them for a while. See, if you dry them for a while, then the nut meat shrinks away from the skin and makes it easier to get out of the skin because it's already pulled away from half of the skin. And that's what I'm doing for most of it. But, you see, I met this radical environmentalist. Yeah, you guys heard about her piecing at Pretty Flowers. So I'm trying to impress. So what I've been doing is processing these acorns. Now, basically I've been changing the water. You can never let them stop boiling. Pouring it through the sieve. And then you have another pot of water on the stove here. So that as soon as you get them out of this, because if you put them into cold water, bring it back to a boil, you're going to bind the tannins to the nut. You will not get them off. And so right now, as you can see, the water's running a lot clearer. Okay. Fogging up the lens, but... So, we're only like 2 or 3 water changes away. This takes a couple of hours. Okay? That's one method. Only problem is, whatever binding agent is in these nuts is now destroyed. Okay? It won't bind to nothing. If you process them below 150 degrees Fahrenheit, then you do not destroy the binding agent. So that's what the majority of these are going to be done. All I'm going to be doing is cracking them open. I'm going to put them in a bucket with the power head, just a bucket of cold water. Leave it for the day, come home, pour the water off, fill her back up with cold water, leave her for the day. You need to have it circulating, because if you don't have the water oxygenated, it'll go stinky on you and you'll ruin your nuts. Nobody wants bad nuts. Okay? But then you can make that into flour. What some people do is they speed it up a little bit. They put the nuts into the blender, the food processor, and grind them into a fine mush. And then you put that in cold water. That leaches the tannins out even faster. But it's more effort, and you have to store this in the freezer then. Some of these nuts can have up to 30% fat. And that's a greasy nut. And then also what we're doing is, yeah, you've seen my knife drawer. We're roasting some. You can't really see. Where's the flashlight? I don't know. Yeah, basically I got them in there. They're in a convection oven at 175 degrees. And what that's doing is cracking them. And that's another way of getting them open a little easier, because if you peel them while they're hot, they're easy to peel. Some people, they boil these ones and take like 5-10 out at a time, and as soon as they can work them, they open them up because they cool off. Once they cool off, they're hard to peel. Anyhow, this is all about processing nuts. Yeah, trying to impress the girl because, well, I like her. I am so shallow. And you guys heard the video Adventures in Dating with the woman that I met at Walmart? Yeah, she watched the video. She thought I treated her very well. As I told her, yes, you broke my heart, but you did it in a kind and gentle fashion. Okay. So anyhow, processing my nuts and away we go.